All right. Hello, my friends. Hi. So welcome to take two of the pageant. We did the pageant yesterday with many people and many animals and angels and all those good things. And it was great, and it was glitchy, and there was joy and singing and awkward pauses and all the things that you would expect in your first Zoom pageant. So the delightful thing about that is you too are going to get to be part of our glitches and awkward moments. Margie actually took a lot of the awkward moments out when she went through and got the video ready for today. So huge thanks to her. But what you're about to see is a video. So we've never actually done this before. I mean, not just a Zoom pageant, but watched a video as a group. So there are still some interactive things, though. I mean, there are going to be songs and that you can totally sing along to. They're mostly just me singing, and the words will be in the chat below. We won't be able to spotlight you if you want to be anything in the pageant, but you certainly can still stick on a costume and we will love you for it. And I think that's it. And then at the end, just like always, we'll have a social hour. So I think that's it. And I just want to once again say a huge thanks to Margie for really going above and beyond in terms of how much time she was here yesterday, and here she is again today. So my love to her and to everybody else who worked on the pageant, and enjoy.
Pageant. Catchy title, huh? Whether you're a member, friend, or a visitor here for the first time, we welcome you all. This is a good time to put your phone into pageant mode. We encourage you to watch in gallery view, especially for the pageant part, when we spotlight certain groups. We are recording this pageant, so you can turn off your camera if you don't want to be recorded. An order of service and words to the songs will be in the chat. Today we celebrate the story of Jesus' birth and the love he stood for. All of you are invited to be part of it, to step inside the story as it unfolds. All ages are invited, not just kids. Anyone can play any part. You might have a costume or just imagine one. You might include stuffies or pets. Here are all the parts. Mary, Joseph, their donkey, different animals in the stable, the baby Jesus, played by a stuffy or doll or pet, shepherds, sheep, angels, and wise people bringing gifts. There might be 3 Marys. There might be an unusual baby Jesus or a kangaroo in the stable. We never know. You won't have lines and you'll be muted the whole time. Thank you to all the folks who helped behind the scenes. Their names will be in the postlude. A huge thank you especially to our dear accompanist and more, Kate Gridley, for going above and beyond. So thank you. So think about who you might want to be in the pageant. And remember that tonight is an invention. We are doing our best, and they're
Can people hear me? Yes. What's ironic is that the last line that got cut off was, remember that this is an invention. We're doing our best, but there'll be some messy bits. So there you go. Thank you everybody so much for coming. And I'm going to go ahead with the call to worship. You can prepare, but still it will come to you by surprise. Crossing through your doorway, calling your name and greeting. It will astonish you how wide your heart will open in welcome. For the joy that finds you so ready and still so unprepared. right. So now we will light our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. If you have a chalice at home or a candle or something like that, we invite you to light it with me. If you don't, but you still want to be part of this, you can just hold your hands out like that and imagine a flame coming. I'm going to try to not set my hair on fire. As we light our chalice tonight, yay. May we remember, as we light our chalice tonight, may we remember that from a tiny spark may burst a mighty.
Tonight, we are going to tell a story together. A story which is very old, but comes alive again with the birth of every child. A story of love and possibility. We will weave this tale in community, grateful that Zoom allows us to still do our pageant. As the story unfolds, we will ask for volunteers to play the parts. If you want to be the part that's called, we'll invite you to wave, so that we can make your picture bigger for a time. And listen carefully to the words, because they might give you some ideas about some things to do.
Sometimes we'll sing Christmas carols and the words will be in the Zoom chat. If you click on the chat, you can drag it to where you want it, like to the side. To sing together, we will all stay muted because Zoom makes it impossible to sing this at the same time in a group. Sing your hearts out because no one can hear you. Anyone who wants to play Mary, Joseph, or their donkey should get ready to wave soon, but not quite yet. Let us begin.
Our story takes place about 2,000 years ago on the other side of the world. It may have actually happened in the autumn or the spring, but we celebrate it now because the winter is a time for stories of hope. In this place, there were two people named Mary and Joseph, and they were going to have a baby. One day, Joseph told Mary they must go on a long journey to a city called Bethlehem to pay their taxes. They were worried because it was nearly time for their baby to be born, but they had no choice, so off they went. Now, if you are Mary, Joseph, or their donkey, wave your hands or hooves. While we spotlight them, let's sing "Oh Little Town of Bethlehem." The words are in the chat if you want them.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. For Christ is born of Mary and gathered all above. While mortals sleep, the angels keep their watch of wandering love. O morning stars together proclaim thy holy birth. The praises sing to God the King, and peace to all on earth.
They didn't have cars or trains or buses or planes. So Mary rode on a donkey and Joseph walked beside her. Sometimes their way was lit only by bright stars. So we need stars. This part can be played by all of you. Just raise your arms and wiggle your fingers like this to give them some starlight to guide their way.
If you listened carefully, you could hear the donkey's hooves as they walked. Mary and Joseph got very tired, and the little donkey got tired, and the stars might have even been a bit tired, so the stars relaxed. When they reached the city of Bethlehem, they looked around for a place to stay, but everyone turned away from them. Everyone's hearts were closed. Then one person, a kind innkeeper, decided to help and found some room.
This is a story about opening our hearts and making room for anyone who needs to be cared for. Join me in making a heart with your hands. I invite you to repeat after me. May this heart help me remember.
May this
heart help me remember
I am like the innkeeper.
that I am
that
like
I
the
am like the
May this
innkeeper.
heart help me. That I am like the innkeeper. May this heart help me remember.
May this
heart help me remember
that I can open my heart to others.
that I can open
That I
my
can
heart
open
to
my
others.
heart to others. Now share your heart with us. Mary and Joseph were very relieved to find somewhere to stay, even if it was a stable. This means the manger scene is next. Now, animals are not actually mentioned in the Gospels, so we have no way of knowing if animals were there or what animals they were. If you would like to be any sort of animal, or you have a pet or stuffy that you like to be in the pageant, this is the time to get ready. While we get ready, check out what we found. Who knew they could make videos 2,000 years ago?
yellow hay was piled in a hay box called a manger. When Mary saw this, she said, "I shall make a bed for our baby here, because I think that our child will be born this very night. If you're an animal or have a pet or stuffy to share, wave your hooves or paws or whatever you have." Then all the animals greeted Mary and Joseph with loud animal sounds. Oink, oink, oink.
Quack, 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 quack.
Some of the animals were shy and didn't say anything.
Mary and Joseph's child was born that very night. Mary wrapped the baby in a small warm blanket and put him down to sleep in the bed she had made in the manger. If you have a baby Jesus, wave your hand.
I'm not seeing a baby Jesus here. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Huh?
There-
Yeah, look at that baby Jesus.
Nice.
We have another one there too. That's great. Just don't want to miss anybody. Yay.
That same night, out on the hillsides near Bethlehem, there were shepherds in the fields, taking care of their sheep. If you are a shepherd or sheep, wave your hands or hooves.
If you listened, you could hear the sheep baaing. Baa.
Suddenly, an angel appeared to the shepherds. The shepherds and sheep were very frightened, but the angel said, "Don't be afraid. I have good news for you. A special baby has been born."
Suddenly, the sky was filled with angels. If you are an angel, wave your wings. While we spotlight them, let's sing "Hark the Herald Angels Sing."
So the song has been changed. Angels are known for their contrariness. And they decided to do Angels We Have Heard on High because it has all the fun glorious. So the words are in the chat. And join me if you'd like to. On mute. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Glory excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why these songs of happy cheer? What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did you hear? Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo.
The angels pointed toward Bethlehem, then left the shepherds and flew up into the heavens.
The shepherds were so excited they didn't know what to do. They decided to go to Bethlehem to find the baby. And they did. And the shepherds were filled with grief.
On that same evening, there were rulers from far away, wise people, who were also looking for the baby. I think I see and hear some of them now. Please join them in singing, We Three Kings of Orient Are.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us through this perfect night. Frankincense to offer have I, incense owns a deity nigh, prayer and praising all are raising, worship God most high. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us through this perfect night.
The wise people with their gifts are the last people to join the story. So this will be the last chance to be part of the pageant action. The wise people had seen a bright new star in the east, and they knew it meant something special. Now, if you are a wise person, wave your hands.
What about the star? When do you do it? Oh.
There's the star.
I do not have the next line.
Now if you're a wise person, wave your hands.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. We'll try
now
that again.
Now, if you are a wise person, wave your hands.
All right. Just want to make sure we got all the wise people.
The wise people followed the star for many days and many nights to where Mary, Joseph, and Jesus were. When the wise people saw the newborn baby, they knew he was special and opened their bags to present their gifts.
Let us pause for a moment and look back at this story. It took place on a special night with stars and angels and shepherds and wise people and animals. They were all admiring a special baby that had just been born, a baby who would grow up to be a great teacher of peace, love, and forgiveness.
But the love and the wonder that is in this story is present at the birth of every child. May the love and wonder of this story dwell in our hearts and inspire us to be people of peace, love, and forgiveness.
Let's give our pageant players a rousing round of applause.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Let's sing Just the World along with Jared and Alyssa in this video. Like many of you, they're joining us from far away and they didn't have to ride a donkey to get here.
In other words, let's sing.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room.
And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let all their songs employ, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy.
He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove
The glories of his righteousness and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.
As in the past, we are sharing the offering today that we received during the pageant with Project HOPE. HOPE stands for Helping Overcome Poverty's Effects. For over 50 years, HOPE has overseen or partnered with programs addressing the food, housing, health, education, and employment needs of our low-income neighbors and many, many people in this community. So please give as generously as you are able and enjoy Ethan's music. We have come to our final song together, Silent Night, as I fade in and out. If you have a candle or a chalice, this is the time to light it and hold it somewhere so that we can see it. You can turn your lights off or not. It gets a little glary if all the lights are off, as you'll see. I really suggest putting everything in gallery view so you can see everyone's faces as much as you can. And I'm going to remove my spotlight as I keep talking to let us do this. And let me get my guy here. So, look around. Look around at all the faces of everybody who came here together today in love to support the kids and everyone else who is in the pageant and to support each other. Each of us, like the wise people, has traveled through our lives to arrive in this moment together by the light of our candles or our chalices or our lamps. We've arrived to celebrate the love and the hope of this story. So, please join me in singing 3 verses of Silent Night to close our time together. And Kate did a very beautiful recording of this, and I've been spending the day trying to figure out how to share it. I think I figured it out. It's a little quiet, but I really wanted to share it. So hopefully you can hear it enough. Okay. And the words are in the chat, and here we go. I'm hoping. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus Christ at your birth, Jesus Lord at thy birth. Yay. And now we share these final words of blessing. Blessed are you, in whom the light lives, in whom the brightness blazes, your heart a chapel, an altar, where in the deepest night can be seen the fire that shines forth in you, in unaccountable faith, in stubborn hope, in love that illumines every broken thing it finds. Blessed be. Good night. And I'm going to unmute everybody, or Margie is, so people can make some noise and say hi if they want. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, I think that is it for the pageant that happened last night, and what a treat to see that this morning. Everybody, I believe, can unmute yourselves, so if you'd like to do that, and we can have our general chaos in the waiting room. I've actually already assigned people to breakout rooms, but as people drop off, I might move people around. So amuse yourselves for a moment while I get us into